You're listening to Africa Business Radio, where you get up-to-date insights on the Africa business landscape. Log on to www.africabusinessradio.com. Your favorite shows are available as podcasts. Download them on our website and mobile app. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
Doing business in Africa can be complicated. Politicians sometimes create circumstances that hurt businesses and consumers, and then they hide behind a wall of to avoid taking responsibility for their bad economic policies. On Red Tape Africa, we slice through the jargon, drawing a direct link between government actions and their effects on businesses across the continent. Red Tape Africa is where we break down the jargons of business and economic policies in plain English so that you can understand how the impacts on your business and on you. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday on Africa Business Radio as we deliver an impartial verdict on these policies. Red Tape Policy Impact in plain English.
Okay. Welcome to 989 Tech Talk. This show is in affiliation with Africa Business Radio, your number one online radio station. 989 Tech Talk covers all things tech in the agricultural space. My name is Michelle. I am mad about tech. No. Welcome back to 989 Tech Talk. I have a guest with me in the studio. Her name is Amauche. She's the founder of a company called iBez Limited, a company that builds websites and apps and helps businesses and community work better. iBez is also close on the digital/software development skills in Nigeria. Welcome to the studio, Amauche.
Hi. Thanks for having me, Michelle.
Thank you for coming in today. I appreciate that. Can you tell us a bit more about what you do, your company does?
What iBase does is we build software solutions,
Okay.
anything from websites, databases, mobile apps, enterprise solutions and that.
Okay.
And we also teach people to do the same.
Amazing.
And on the back of that, we've got two products called Handy Jacks,
Okay.
which is for people to find tradespeople, handymen
Okay.
around them. And also extra for people to find spare bedrooms to rent in a house or a flat share.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, in terms of the website development, how affordable is it to build a website, basic or dynamic?
How often do we build websites?
No, I'm saying like how. So if I want to build a basic website, for example, how much would it cost me and how long will it take typically?
Oh, okay. So it depends on what you want, really. So
Okay.
website development, as in proper software application development, depends on your requirements and the complexity.
Okay.
But a basic one.
Right.
So, for example, actually, let me just digress a little bit.
Okay.
At the moment, we have what we call the online startup kit.
Okay.
Which is basically to help small businesses
Okay.
get online and get visibility, because we discovered that in Nigeria, even though people say we've got 37 million MSMEs, micro, small, medium enterprises,
Right.
over 700 MDAs, that's ministry, departments and agencies of the federal government. But yes, less than half of them are actually online.
Right.
So we have this product on the go now, which is 60,000 actually.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Within a week, we'll produce you an international standard website.
Nice.
And that comes with free hosting, free domain registration, free SSL. That's a secure socket layout
What?
certificate
Right.
to prevent malicious attacks.
Right.
It's a 10-page website, though. Just a standard website to get you going, and
Right.
we can build on from that. So that's, that's roughly how it takes. But then you might want an e-commerce website, to sell online. And that might take a little bit longer.
Okay.
You might want something like a proper marketplace. We get a lot of requests for that. I want a marketplace for online directory,
Right.
rather, for lawyers, for doctors. That's a little bit more complex. So those can go on for up to 3 months. So it depends on the complexity, really.
Right.
So anything from 1 week to like 3 months.
No, that's wonderful. So they'll get all of that. But the startup kits, they get all of that for 65,000 naira? Is that what you said?
For the online startup kit, that's 60,000.
That's 60, right.
So you get all of that. So that's our contribution to help to close the digital gap in Nigeria.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah.
No, that's actually a steal. That's a steal. So tell us a bit about HandyJacks, please.
HandyJacks is an online platform for people to find trade workers, i.e. Artisans, as they call them in Nigeria, handymen, technicians, for repair maintenance jobs and for one-off specialist projects.
Right.
So you can go and find a caterer, you can find a hairdresser, a barber, you can get a mechanic, a plumber, an electrician.
Oh,
and
wow.
the reason that started was, about 10 years ago now, a long time ago, I moved back into Nigeria from abroad. And I rented a place in Lekki, Lagos.
Right.
Yeah? And the place was run down, just terrible. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was supposed to be new build, but run down. So, you know what I mean? Long, short story, we had to get people in to try and do the place up to our standards, as it were, which were not very high, but still. But we couldn't get a good person. And, we just had, the anyhowness. I don't know if you've seen that term before. So we just really got caught up in the anyhowness of how things are done in Nigeria, which was really frustrating. But eventually we found a plumber, and that guy was so good. And he's still good today. His name is Shola, so you can go and find him on HandyJacks.
Right.
Actually, now he's a builder, not a plumber anymore. He's evolved.
Okay.
But yeah, he was so good. So I said to Shola, wow, your Oga that taught you must be very good. So that was my lack of understanding.
Right.
And because I didn't have an Oga. I'm like, how did you learn now? Because my understanding is most handymen, tradespeople in Nigeria go through this informal process of, learning.
Right.
And he goes, no, I went to technical college. I'm like, really? Yeah. He said, Ojo. I'm like, in Nigeria, yeah. He goes, yeah. I couldn't believe it,
Wow.
But the guy was so good. So I said to him, why have I been having problems finding a good person when there are many people like you? If you say you went to a technical college.
Absolutely.
Are there more people like you? He goes, yeah. So why can't I find them? He goes, so he starts giving me all the stories, all the challenges. So I'm like, what if I build an online platform where people can find you? He goes, that'll be good. But I'm like, you pay to register, shall? He goes, like, how much? I was like, maybe like 50K a year.
Right.
And he goes, okay, that's affordable.
Okay.
So that's how we started, really. Today, we don't charge anybody 50K a year. It's actually relatively small. But still, you know what I mean? So now we register people competent. We do a competence test to make sure that they have a basic competency to do what they say they can do.
Right.
We do a skill assessment test online. For the competence. We do vetting as well. We verify them to make sure they are who they say they are.
Right.
That's to build trust and credibility. So you can go and find them online. And recently, actually, if I may just digress again a little bit, we've been using HandyJacks in Edo State, which will replicate across Nigeria, as a tool to curb irregular migration, i.e., all these people, to stop people from trekking across the Sahara Desert in an attempt to go abroad for better living. So we're trying to create jobs for them and reduce unemployment.
Oh, that's
so
wonderful.
That's a little bit about HandyJacks.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful what your company is doing right now. So you're playing a major role. You might not really think that you are, but you are playing a major role. To think that out of that frustration in terms of like getting a plumber to sort your plumbing issue, you created HandyJacks. That's also very inspiring. So if any artisan is trying to get on your platform, how much would they have to pay per annum?
So it depends on the category they choose to register in. You can register for 2,000 naira a year.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully we won't change that next year. But 2,000 naira a year. For that, we show your name, your telephone number, your picture, obviously. Or 5,000 naira a year. We show all of those things, but we have 5 bullet points of what you do.
Oh, wow.
If you register for 10,000, we show everything we just said, but we'll give you more space to market yourself, as it were, because it's an online marketing platform, really. Okay. And then the highest is 20,000 a year, which is almost like a mini website on its own.
Oh, wow.
So that's how much it costs to register.
No, that's absolutely wonderful. Now, if customers want to reach you, how can they get across to you?
If a customer wants to come to us, iBase, you can go to our website, www.ibez.com.ng. Or you can email hello, that's HELLO, Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar, at ibez, that's India Bravo Echo Zebra.com.ng. Or you could telephone 081-331-89477.
Awesome.
And for Handy Jacks as well, it's, you can go to the website as well, which is Handy, HANDY, hyphen, dash, jacks.com. And the email address is handyjacks@handy-jacks.com.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Omo. Just before you go, right, what advice do you have for young ones who are looking to delve into the tech industry? You're looking to own their own tech company one day.
Okay. As we all know, you know what I mean? Everybody says tech is the future. Tech is now. You know what I mean? And tech is the future as well. In Nigeria, we are in a unique position, to be honest. In Nigeria, I'm a software developer, so I talk from a software development perspective. We don't build software solutions very well. So there's a huge opportunity for people to come and start building software solutions that solve problems in Nigeria and do it the correct way. And reduce capital flights and all these things, so money doesn't keep going abroad and create wealth. So young people need to know that. They need to know that there are huge opportunities. And the other thing is there's this myth, you know, if I talk a little bit about girls and technology, or females and technology, that technology is hard, software development is hard, coding is hard. Coding is like 5% of the software development process. And IT is broad anyway. So there are so many opportunities, so many ways you can actually plug yourself in. You don't have to be a coder. You can be a graphic designer. You can be a software architect. You can be a tester. You can be a business analyst. You can be a software designer. You can go into networks. You know what I mean? So there are so many areas you can plug yourself in and start doing things now that solve problems that people need. You know, as I've just said, 37 million, and that figure may not even be correct because it may be more than that. MSMEs in Nigeria, 99% of them are micro businesses, i.e. businesses with less than 5 people. All of these people need to get online. They need to get automated. So getting online is one thing, you know, i.e. building a website or getting a web presence, social media, one way or the other. But there's the other thing about automating your processes so that you run better, faster, make more money, save money. You know what I mean? Build databases. You've heard of all these things. So you have huge opportunities for people to do things, you know. So you shouldn't shy away because I don't know mathematics. Software development is not about, or programming is not even about software. It's not about mathematics. It's more about logic. You know what I mean? So as long as you can think logically, you have a little bit of creativity and imagination, you can do it.
That is wonderful.
That is my advice.
Thank you so much, Omar. Thank you very much. That was very insightful. And I hope that aspiring techies can learn from that and not just think it's all about coding. There are other sides to it as well. Thank you so much, Omar. It's been great having you in the studio.
Thanks for having me. I do appreciate it.
You're welcome. Do have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
And you too.
Bye.
Bye.
You're listening to Africa Business Radio, where you get up-to-date insights on the Africa business landscape. Log on to www.africabusinessradio.com. Your favorite shows are available as podcasts. Download them on our website and mobile app. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
Doing business in Africa can be complicated. Politicians sometimes create circumstances that hurt businesses and consumers, and then they hide behind a wall of to avoid taking responsibility for their bad economic policies. On Red Tape Africa, we slice through the jargon, drawing a direct link between government actions and their effects on businesses across the continent. Red Tape Africa is where we break down the jargons of business and economic policies in plain English so that you can understand how the impacts on your business and on you. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday on Africa Business Radio as we deliver an impartial verdict on these policies. Red Tape Africa, economic policy impact in plain English.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board the flight that takes you from Stretton to Straightened. We are seconds from takeoff. We ask that you please fasten your earpiece into your eardrum and please log on to africabusinessradio.com to avoid being distracted. Thank you for choosing Africa Business Radio. Enjoy this cerebral journey.